Thank you to Riverside for sponsoring this video. This is the biggest problem with video podcasts: grainy footage. If you're a podcaster and you interview guests virtually, I'm sure you have found yourself trying to come up with creative solutions to get your video quality better. And even if you've managed to be creative in ways to avoid using your desktop camera and perhaps found yourself positioning your phone or your DSLR camera in strategic places so that you're able to capture some level of 4K or HD footage, I'm sure you've still come across the problem of not being able to control how your guest will come across. Until now. Today I'm going to walk you through how you and your guest can level up your desktop camera to a completely new level by using one of the best cameras in the field today, your phone. Not only is this tutorial geared at podcast hosts, but this tutorial is also geared at guests. So podcast hosts, you can share this video with your guests so that they too can learn the steps in which they can help you achieve the best visual for your podcast that will not only benefit the episode, but will benefit the guest and how they portray it visually as well. So let me show you how. We're going to start by going to the App Store on your device and downloading an app called Riverside. Again, thank you to Riverside for sponsoring this video. Remote guests of your podcast don't need a Riverside account to use this feature. Your guests only need to download the Riverside app and then position their camera near their computer so that they will be able to capture higher video quality than what a typical webcam can provide. Just as an FYI, I'm not promoting Riverside for any other reason than them being one of the most cutting-edge video podcasting softwares out there that's both intuitive and easy for podcast hosts as well as their guests to use. So if you're a podcast host and you currently don't use Riverside, you can try it out by checking the link in my description, and my code MFVideo will get you 15% off. Okay, so the next part of this video is geared specifically towards the podcast host. So if you're a guest using Riverside for the first time, you can jump to this point in the video. Now, as the host, you will need to have downloaded the Riverside app on your phone. From there, you will need to log into your Riverside account that you would have created after you click the link in my description. And then you can navigate up to the top where you can click on Go to Studio. From here, select the first option under your video preview. This is where you select the options for video inputs. You want to select the option that says Connect Mobile Cam. You should now see a QR code on your screen. Scan the QR code with your phone. From here, the Riverside app will be opened, and you will get another video preview that shows your camera is now connected. Now, if we navigate to your video profile on your laptop, you will see that Riverside registers that you will be using your phone to record the video footage. Now, another input that you can select is your audio input. And if you want to use your phone's audio, you have the option to do so as well. But if you have a podcast-specific mic, you are welcome to select that as your audio input option. Once you have selected your audio input, ensure that you have filled out the fields on this side of your screen. When you're ready, you can join your studio. You will have access to again observe what you selected previously with regard to video and audio inputs. And now you're ready to invite your guest. Just remind them again that they should have installed the Riverside app on their phone, but you can send them a link to join your studio with one of the options offered to you by Riverside. So for this example, let's say you invited your guest via email and they opened the link on their desktop. A familiar window will appear to them. Your guest can now select the first option under their video preview, Connect Mobile Cam. After Connect Mobile Cam is selected, you should now see a QR code on your screen. You can scan the QR code with your phone. Now fill out this field and select whether you will be using headphones or not. Now on the right, you will see that you are using your phone as your video input. If you have a mic, you can select that mic from the drop-down. Alternatively, you can select an option that applies to you. You could even use the mic on your phone. At this point, you need to think about how you're going to keep your phone stable. Some phones have a cover that allows you to easily position your phone on your desktop, but you can also get a phone tripod to help you stabilize your footage, or you can get creative by balancing your phone on something as well. But once your phone is ready to go, you can join the studio. I have found that phones that are not even the most recent can still at times have better cameras than most webcam options. But then again, you can't really compare webcams with some of the cameras that you can get on some of the latest phones these days. So if you and your guest have phones that allow for HD footage or even 4K footage, then your audience is in for a treat. But is this feature for everyone? Can you use it even if you and your guest don't have the same device? Well, I've shown you some snippets that the mobile cam feature works across iPhones and Androids, as well as Macs and PCs, so you're covered regardless of the device that you and your guest are using. So let's revise the steps. Ensure that you have the Riverside app on your phone. Send your guest a link to this browser where you can both select your audio and video inputs. Under video input, select the option to connect mobile cam. Scan the QR code that appears. Stabilize your camera so that it acts as a new webcam or a camera angle. Complete the field where you enter your name and whether you are wearing headphones or not. And then join the studio. But now let's answer the question you're probably thinking about. What do you do when you're ready to sign off at the end of the podcast? Well, once you have finished recording, select the menu option at the top right-hand side and click on Disconnect. And then ask your guest to hang around for a few more moments until all of the recording files have uploaded. Finally, if you are the podcast host and you want to learn more about how to use Riverside, then you can check out this video next. Again, check out the link in my description to try out Riverside with 15% off if you use my code MFVideo. Good luck with your podcast episode. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.